Hello, everyone. Good evening. Am I audible? Please put the comment in the comment section if I'm visible and if you can hear me. Pranshu, Deepak, am I visible? Is the board visible to everyone? Are we okay? So, first of all, I would like to congratulate all those students who cleared the mains, and at the same time, I'm feeling a bit anxious and worried about those students who could not clear the mains this year, unfortunately. Especially, I'm talking about those who are seniors, who are veterans, who have given like interviews or couple of mains. So, in this session, we have with us Shoaib sir. Shoaib sir is already a ranker. So, Shoaib sir is going to be a part of this journey. He is going to be a part of our program, the senior program, which we are going to launch soon. And in this, through this program, we are going to talk about what are the important aspects you need to think about in next 2 months. Because after the prelims, you know that hardly you are going to get 2 months for the preparation of mains. But next 2 months are extremely important, even more important than those 2 months which is after the prelims. Because after the prelims, those 2 months are going to be the deciding months. But how you should prepare yourself in the next 2 months, this is very crucial because most of the students, they wait after the mains, they wait for the result. Once the result is out, they start planning. They start thinking about what they should be doing, whether they should be focusing on the answer writing, optional, essay, revision, notes making, one pager. There are so many doubts. So in this session, we are going to deal with each and everything. We will be talking about the entire strategy because Shoaib sir is very well experienced person. He has given 4 mains, 4 interviews, and finally he is an IAS officer. So we will learn from the journey what Shoaib sir has followed, and we will see how this Sure Shot Senior Super 50 batch is going to help you to streamline your entire preparation. So Shoaib sir, as far as the next 2 months are concerned, right?
Right.
Considering the fact that these 2 months are very, very crucial because there are so much of chaos among those students who unfortunately could not clear the
Right.
exam, right? So I'm sure आप भी same situation में गए होगे, especially you have given 4 mains and 4 interviews.
Right, sir.
So what do you think as far as the various aspects of the mains preparation is concerned? So how one should utilize the next 60 or 90 days as far as the senior students are concerned? Because we are going to consider only those students who have given interviews or mains. So according to your experience, what do you think is the best learning you can share with us?
Sir, if I can sum it up in one line, that mains preparation itself, you have to prepare for it. It won't come
Right.
naturally.
Right.
So, if let's say you're a student and you have given multiple mains and you're not able to qualify it, that means there is significant challenge in your mains answer writing.
Right.
And the way you're doing things is not up to the level. There is certain basic challenges that you're facing.
Right.
So, you have to work on it in a systematic manner, covering all the aspects which is required for mains.
Right.
And I think it can be broken down into multiple segments if what is to be required to become better in mains, because it's not just about getting through mains, it's about interview. And even if you're just clearing the mains 10 marks or 15 marks above it, it won't cut it. You
Right.
have to get somewhere around 40 marks above the cutoff
Right.
to make into a good rank. And
Exactly.
every mark in this exam is not a waste. If you get one more mark, you'll get a better service. You get one more mark, you'll get better cadre.
Right.
So every one mark is very significant. So you should put all effort and cover holistically the whole overall concept of answer writing and learn every part of it.
Right. So that is what we are going to focus on, that how we can help you to increase 1 mark in each and every answer. And trust me, my friends, it will not come only with the answer writing. Like I always say, answer writing is the last phase, right? There are too many prerequisites. Prerequisites means today I will show you what are those prerequisites where you need to focus on. And trust me, my friends, without focusing on those prerequisites, it will become very difficult to boost your score by 40 or 50 marks like Shoaib sir has said, right? Those 40 marks will come from your previous year's questions brainstorming. You need to check to what extent you have prepared the one pager note, right? One pager is note. I'm not talking about those notes which are available in the market, right? Those notes are very, aajkal ya chat GPT aa gaya hai, sab kuch hai, anyone can prepare the one pager note. But whether one pager note is able to address the demand of the question or not, that is what you need to verify. And I believe if you are preparing the one pager note right after brainstorming the previous year's question on your own, that is the best possible notes you can produce, right? So we will see how we can do that and how we can help you in preparing those one pager notes. That is another thing, right? And after one pager note, we also have to think about the structuring of the answer. This was a major concern when I used to take the session in the rankers program or senior program, where we were brainstorming the previous year's question just to identify the structuring of the answer. What is the core demand? What is the non-core demand? How much weightage you should give to a particular demand? How to organize your thought process? This is one of the most critical point, organizing your thoughts. If you are not able to organize your thoughts, how can you write a good answer? But we focus only on the answer writing. We never focus on organizing our thoughts, right? So that is the thing. So apart from this, Shoaib sir, anything else do you think which is extremely important, for next 2 months, especially for those students who have given 2-3 mains or interview, because they have the good notes, they already have completed the syllabus, they are confident in the answer writing, right? So apart from this, what do you think they need to do extra in next 2 months just to take an edge of 1 marks in each and every answer?
So I think that if you look at answer writing as a process, it comprises of many aspects, and you have, if you're not doing well in any one of them, you have to break it down and work on everything. So you have to focus on, you first have to identify where you have been missing. If I can just borrow the pen and describe how things can be broken down. So let's say that you're doing answer writing, and so answer writing, first you need content in it, that you need good notes, okay, and then you need that notes should be adjusted to PYQs and syllabus, because these are the two things which we have right now. So instead, if you're reading economics and just reading the core book of economics, that is not going to cut it. There is particular syllabus which is given, so you have to break it down. You have to do brainstorming in each of the parts. For example, financial inclusion, what can be the components of financial inclusion? For example, people who are not part of growth these days, so women, farmers, people from underprivileged class, you have to think about those things. So you have to have that structure in your head. So first you should prepare content. Then if I talk about demand, you have to understand what is the demand of a particular question, what is asked from a particular question, because usually we think that whenever there is a question on a topic, we start describing the topic
itself, right?
Yes, instead of considering what is asked in the question, and that will come when you learn it. That won't come when you're seeing multiple questions. If I solve 10 questions and I'm making the same mistake of not understanding the demand, that will continue. So you have to learn consciously, and that is also with structure. Structure is basically, if I can very much simplify it, it is imagination of those 2 pages or 3 pages in a 15 marker, how you will fill it. So whenever you see a particular question, the framework will directly should come into your mind, that I will put this much in content, this much in introduction, and there will be my first heading, these are the points, and this is my second heading, this is my way forward, and that's how I'm going to structure it. Because this is really important, because there you have to switch between multiple topics. You have to explain 20 questions in just 3 hours, and that becomes very hectic exercise. So that should be done. Third, sir, if I talk about this, then regular practice, because practice is going to make things better for you. If you're not going to answer it, you're not going to follow any particular answer writing exercise, that won't cut it. Another point, sir, I think is value addition, because most of the notes that people pick from the market is very static, very generic, and then there is no value addition from current affairs. So that should be done. and how to link that current affairs. Not you shouldn't collect just current affairs, whatever there in the newspaper, but you should collect the things which you can actually write in exam, and that becomes important.
Yes.
And there you need certain directives what
Right.
you can do. And sir, lastly, I would say that last part of answer writing is that imagination, or what people usually call it brainstorming.
Right.
That you should have brainstorming frameworks.
And I think this is the biggest
most
gap.
Yes.
And this is the most important part, because without brainstorming, you cannot have a content, you cannot understand the demand, you cannot understand the structure. So in this session, I will show you basically what we are going to do, because this is exactly what we are doing with the other batches, right? We have like mains camp, PYQ dominator. So in all those programs, we are already doing it. So I will just show you the glimpse of that, right? So I hope now it is clear to clear that on what aspects you need to focus on. So now, as far as the content is concerned, demand is concerned, structure is concerned, practice is concerned, you join any test series, everyone will be talking about this, right? Everyone talks about this. You should have a content, you should have a structure. But my biggest question, the most important question which you should ask yourself, how? What is the process are you following? Right? What is the process you all are following to make sure you have a good content, you have a good understanding about the demand of the question, structuring of the answer, value addition? This is the most important part, and that is where we are going to focus in this seniors program. So I will take you through.
So just before you shift, I would like to say just one thing, that the brainstorming part which you suggested that people should follow, and mostly it is ignored. When we see most of the copies and we hear this complaint of writing general points,
Right.
not specific points,
Right.
and that specific points quality content will come from brainstorming. Because
Exactly.
otherwise wavered arguments are written in exam just to fill the pages, because this will tell you to fill these 3 pages.
Right.
The quality will come from this imagination or content.
Yes.
So that is why it becomes more
Yes.
important.
Yes. So first I will show you the structure, how we are going to help you, right? So first you need to understand this program is not only about the answer writing, right? There are a lot of components which we have included in this program. The very first part we are going to provide is 40 live PYQ anchored reverse engineering brainstorming session. In this session, what we are going to do, we are going to sit with the previous year's questions, no matter whether the question was asked 10 years back, 20 years back. We are going to see how the nature of question has been changing, or how the topic is evolving, how that topic is relevant as far as the contemporary context is concerned. So there are 40 plus live anchored reverse engineering session in which it is totally a brainstorming session, and I will show you how we are doing it with other batches. I will show you a glimpse of the PDF, and then you can basically understand to what extent we are focusing on this, right? So these sessions will be for every topic, for every subject. And once, for example, week 1, right? Because the program starts from 1st of December and the first test is on 7th of December. So between 1st and 7th, there will be 3 or 4 brainstorming sessions, and those brainstorming sessions are going to be very, very intense, because like I said, we are going to pick up a lot of previous questions and we will brainstorm them live, right? And rankers are part of Shoaib sir, Sachi ma'am, Rahul Shekhar sir. They are all rankers. They are part of this program, right? So basically, we are going to focus on this. After that, once the brainstorming is done, now you will understand what are the important core themes for each and every topic, so that you can prepare the shortest possible notes. Because if you don't know what is important or what theme is recurring in the nature, how can you prepare a short notes? So brainstorming sessions will help you to structure and identify the templates. And what exactly is the template framework? Again, I will show you. After that, there are this entire activity will help you to prepare the one-pager note. Then there are 27 weekly FLTs, including 4 essay tests. So every week there will be one test after the brainstorming session. And why we have kept it, or how why we have scheduled it, because over the week you will learn something new, right? You will learn the templates, the framework, the themes, and then on Sunday, on weekends, you will see to what extent you are able to apply it. भी खाली सीखना ही थोड़ी ना है, हमको ये भी देखना है कि हम किस लेवल तक अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, right? So we are going to see how we are applying the templates in the answers, right? After that, there will be evaluation and one-to-one session, right? One-to-one mentoring session can be booked with the rankers and subject matter experts who will be taking the brainstorming sessions. So this is again very important. So if you will have any doubt in the live session, you can directly connect with the faculty also, who will be taking the brainstorming session, right? Now, the next part is there will be a weekly group discussions. So the best copies, we are going to collect the best answers, and on that we will discuss why this answer is the best answer, or we will also see what are the improvement in other answers also. I hope this is clear, right? So these are some major features of the program, and I will just show you the schedule. So for example, week 1, the brainstorming session on polity and international relation. So we will cover all the topics, and once the brainstorming sessions are done, then on 7th you will have the test. It's a full length test, no half length test we have included, but these are sectional tests, but there will be 20 questions. Similarly, in the next week, we will start with the brainstorming session on governance and social justice for notes making. Then on 14th, you will have another test. So before every test, there are going to be a brainstorming session. And these brainstorming sessions are going to help you to structure your notes, and it will help you to think about the templates and the framework. Now let me show you how does the brainstorming session takes place, right? Because the same concept we are applying in the other batches like mains camp, PYQ dominator, right? So I will show you the file, right? Because I don't want to take much time. For example, this is the file, right? I hope all of you can see the PDF. For example, this is the previous year's questions, right? This is the previous year's question. And we have picked up each and every question, and we have seen how we can think about the demand of the question, how we can structure the answer of these questions, what are the templates we need to apply to generate the point. Because my friend, if you are not able to think the framework or the template, it will become very difficult to complete the paper in time. And trust me, the activity, this activity based on the previous year's questions are something which you cannot ignore. Lot of students have requested for this features. That is the reason why we have included this. This needs a lot of effort from our side as well as from your side, because in this each and every question we are going to pick up which are relevant. अब 80s में क्वेश्चन पूछा है कि what do you understand, explain the article 25, तो उसको हम डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे. But yes, if the question is based on the application, then definitely we will pick up. There are many questions UPSC have asked in 90s, and those questions are still relevant. How they are relevant, that is also we will see, right? So this is how basically we are going to brainstorm the question. So this file, as you can see, lot of work needs to be done, right? I hope all of you can see. So each and see, there are 3 things we are focusing on. As far as the structuring of the brainstorming is concerned, we are focusing on 3 things, right? The very first thing is the demand of the question. Then what is the structure of the answer, and how to fill the structure with a framework or template, right? So these are the 3 broad aspects which we are going to discuss in this brainstorming session, right? So if you have any question, definitely you can ask. But this is the broad idea. And after conducting these brainstorming sessions, right, a lot of students have gained the confidence in the answer writing, because like I have told you, we are doing it from past I think 2 or 3 weeks for mains camp batch. But mains camp batch is a daily answer writing program. But being a seniors, being a veterans, I know you need a full length test, right? Because you will not be comfortable with writing 5 questions on a daily basis. But still, if you think that will help you, you can join the mains camp or PYQ Dominator, where we will share 10 questions on a weekly basis. But this program is designed for seniors or the veterans, because you will get an opportunity to write 20 answers weekly. And those questions will be based on the PYQ brainstorming. So first you will learn, and then you will see how you can apply, to what extent you can apply the templates, the framework, the structuring of the answer, right? So I hope you all know what is the significance of the previous year's questions, right? You all, but there are very few students who are comfortable with this brainstorming process. They are confused. आप लोग आंसर लिखने लग जाते हो PYQ के. My friend, answer लिखो, but do not skip or do not ignore the brainstorming. I will give you a perfect example why the brainstorming sessions are very, very important. For example, let me pick up a question, right? For example, I hope you can read this question. The first question: planning and federalism make uneasy partners. The planning operation in India have led to erosion of federalism. 82 में question पूछा गया है. Do you, first of all, you will not look at this question, because you will start asking, यार 82 में question पूछा गया, कौन पूछेगा इसको? But I'm least concerned about whether this question is relevant or not. First, tell me, is, as soon as you read the question, planning and federalism make an uneasy partner, right? The planning operation in India have led to the erosion of federalism. What is the first thought coming in your mind? First, if I have to check whether this question is relevant or not, this question is still relevant, right? Right now, the planning operation is being conducted by the Niti Aayog. So in the context of Niti Aayog, the UPSC can ask this question. So that is the reason why this question is important. Now, the second part, if I ask you, what is the template framework you have in your mind? Forget about the content. Content से मुझे मतलब नहीं है. You tell me, is there any framework you are thinking, you can imagine to generate the point? Tell me. So the idea is, first you should know how the planning and federalism is interlinked. If you are not able to think how planning and federalism are linked, it will be difficult to generate the points. For example, planning and federalism link, right? So what we did, we brainstormed this question, and finally we concluded that this planning keyword can be broken down under financial planning, resource planning, social planning, infrastructure level, and development of backward areas at village level, right? Now we will see how it will affect the federalism. For example, if you're talking about the social aspect, if there is any region which are backward, right, especially in terms of various indicators, health, education, skill, so obviously they will be asking for more fund from the central government, right? So when there will be demand from various states, this will be a reason for the or you can say this will basically disturb the quasi-federal nature of the Indian Constitution. So this is how you have to think how the planning and federalism is concerned, right? So similarly, we have analyzed each and every question, as you can see, and we have think about the various templates which you can use. So after this activity, I think you will gain lot of information, lot of framework templates, because what we believe that ready-made templates do not help. It will not help you to think or frame the answer right then and there in the examination hall. And that is the reason why we face a lot of issues when it comes to the completion of the paper. So you have to make sure in next 2-3 months you are mains ready, right? Because you already know you already have the content, you already have a good understanding about the demand of the question. But still, if you are not going to utilize the next 70-80 days, then it will become very difficult to prepare yourself for the mains after the prelims itself. And another problem is this vicious cycle. भाई अभी तैयारी नहीं करोगे तो कब करोगे? Suppose you ignore the mains for next 2-3 months, right? You will appear for the prelims, you will clear the prelims. Again, you will face the same problem what you have been facing before mains this year. Again, this vicious cycle will start. So the only way to come out of this vicious cycle is to make sure that you are utilizing the next 2-3 months very, very effectively. So what we believe that previous year's questions are the best source to learn, to prepare your notes, and to improve your answer writing. Is there any question from your side? I will come up with the detailed explanation of this in the next webinar. This is just wanted to, in this session, I just wanted to give you a glimpse of what we are doing, what we are planning for the senior batches. But still, if you have any question, you can definitely ask me. Yes, YouTube students, any question, please ask me. Any question related to the structure, the syllabus, or anything? Please tell me. No? So if you will have any doubt or any question, you can fill the form given in the description box, and definitely the team will get back to you. If you want to show your answers, if you want to discuss any strategy with the rankers who are part of this program, then definitely you can visit our office. It's near Karol Bagh gate number 5, 7B building. You can talk to me, you can talk to Shoaib sir. Other rankers are also there. You can show your notes, you can show your answers. We can discuss how you can improve answer writing and how it will help to increase 1 marks in each and every answer, right? So just Kiran, I read content but unable to write answer. So Kiran, the problem, I have already told you, the problem is not with the content. Problem is organizing your thoughts, right? You have the content, but answer writing is the organization of your thoughts, right? So because see, if you have to fill the content somewhere, you should have a structure in your mind, right? Without a structure, where you can fill the content? So if you do not have a framework or a structure, it becomes very difficult to add values in that or fill that with the content. And this is not your problem. Many students face this problem. They have very bulky notes, they have a good content, but as far as the good answer writing is concerned, they are not able to use the content. So this brainstorming session, now you have the framework. You have the framework. And these framework are based on the keywords. We are going to teach you how to pick up the keyword from the question, from the question, and how to expand it. For example, in this question, where is the question? For example, whether the reservation are justified or not, right? So whether they are justified or not, see how we have divided. Yes, it is justified on various grounds. For example, historical, then justice, social, economic, constitutional, equality, right? Then it may not lead to empowerment of backward classes, right? So how, on what are the various angle we can think of? For example, from economic limitation, social limitation, infrastructural limitation, political limitation, behavioral limitation, right? So this is how we are going to brainstorm each and every question. And then you will see, even if you do not have a content, you can still write a good answer. Because my friend, you all know that examiner in the UPSC, they are not going to read each and every word you are writing. They will just go through your answer vertically, right? Ashish, it will be with me and it will be with other faculty also. So it's an open session. Like there are rankers, I will be part of that, and it's your choice. If you want to book a session with me, you can book it with me, or if you want to book with Shoaib sir, Rahul sir, Sachi ma'am, they are all our rankers, you can book with them. So you have your freedom. You can book with anyone, right? And if you want to, suppose you want to discuss the polity test paper with me, you can sit with me. If you want to discuss, if you want to take the opinion of rankers, you can sit with them also. It's not a problem. But on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, anyway, we are going to communicate, right? So the main purpose of this program, the senior batch, is to reduce the communication gap between the students and the faculties and the mentors, because this is the biggest issue in the answer writing. आप टेस्ट लिख के आ जाते हो, no one asks you whether you have written the test or not. After copy evaluation, no one asks you, right, कि आपको आंसर डिस्कस करने हैं कि नहीं करने हैं. उससे क्या है, टाइम गैप बढ़ता चला जाता है. So in this program, at least we will make sure that we will be meeting 3 times for brainstorming session. So all your doubts, all your queries will be resolved in that only. And once the test is done, right, you can have one-to-one session with me and other rankers. Plus, you can also bring, or we are also going to discuss the best copies. So after every test, we are going to discuss the best copies, the best answer, why this answer is best in our opinion, right? I hope this is clear. Any doubt? Kiran, is the doubt clear? Okay, so like I said, for any doubts, you can fill the form given in the description box. But definitely, I'll be coming with more detailed analysis of this entire program in the next week, where I will be talking about each and every component. Probably, I will pick up the very first, or I'll pick up just one topic. And what we will do, we will perform the brainstorming live, right? So get registered for that, fill the form. Next week, I will pick up one topic either from GS paper 2 and 3, and we will do it online. देखते हैं हम लोग what you learn after this brainstorming session. It's my promise to you. After brainstorming one topic, you will realize how to read that particular topic, how to prepare the notes, how to tackle each and every question UPSC has asked, and what could be the possible or probable question UPSC can ask in 2026 also. Because जब आपको पता चल जाएगा how a particular theme is evolving in the nature, obviously you will be able to identify the probable question, because you will be able to connect the current affair, right? So everything we are going to learn in this program. I hope this is clear. So thank you so much for joining me. See you all next week. Thank you.